Hello, welcome back to the European Regional Qualifiers for the Boston Major 2016 Alliance, and the Imperial will be the teams playing for you right now. And I'm sitting here with Fogged, and we are in the draft. Hello, Fogged.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I am doing okay. I'm kind of sad to see Escape lose that game like that.
Yeah.
Before, but I'm sure they're sadder. They need those wins.
Yes.
VP is probably the only one that they can lose to, but them dropping games yesterday was not good. So they need to pick it up. They can't lose any more games.
They do. And for these two teams,
Yep.
this is their first game today. Alliance is 3-2 so far. They lost against Adfinum, Escape Gaming, Team Liquid, and then they were able to win against Navi and Fantastic 5. So they've kind of reached their max of teams they can lose to, so they need to win.
I don't remember them losing to Liquid. I remember them losing to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, everybody saw that game. Oh, wait. You're making a joke.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was... guys, if you haven't watched Liquid versus Alliance yesterday, there is a very boring mid game, but it will all be worth it in the end. You got to watch it. It is beautiful.
Yeah, the last 15 minutes are probably the most...
There's
I
some
don't even know what word it
amazing
is.
play in there, and there's some facepalm play in there.
Yes.
It is not yet at the level of Envy and Roshan, though.
No. It's close, though.
It is very close.
It's pretty close. But taking a look at these two teams,
Yeah.
Imperial gets their Ogre, their lovely Ogre, which have a 93% win rate. So
Yeah. Imperial is 4-1, by the way, so they kind of already lost.
you mean 1-4, right?
Yes.
Imperial.
They lost 4 games. Sorry. They lost against Adfinum, Team Liquid, Team Secret, and Virtus Pro. To be honest, those are the 4 teams that I'm expecting to see in the top 4.
Yeah, yeah. And I think this
And they
game
won against Escape.
they're looking good with their first 2 picks though. Ogre, the Bloodlust, plus the Drow Ranger with the auras. We've been seeing this a lot. It's just super powerful, super potent. How much damage you deal out.
Mm-hmm.
The bans were a little weird. Alliance banning out the Bounty Hunter. That one was a little strange for me instead of banning the Ogre, but I guess they don't want to deal with a Bounty Hunter.
They don't. I do get the Sniper ban. I like that a lot. But I would have also liked Baby Knight seeing Sniper. Yes, I would like to see Sniper. I said it out loud. Sue me.
Damn it, Sheever. How dare you?
Yeah. So the Imperial with the Ogre Magi, Drow Ranger opening very strong. Which heroes do you like to see with that? I think actually both openings are fairly strong.
Yeah.
I like it. I think we have a good game on our hands as long as Centaur doesn't get picked.
Yes, as long as Centaur is not played on the 1. You hear me, Ace?
Yeah.
Don't
I hope
do
he's
it.
playing the Drow Ranger
Yeah,
this time.
I think that they're gonna change it up from yesterday. They had it. I think they lost all the Centaur games.
Yeah,
so
they
I think
did.
they picked it like 3 times as well. So they were just kind of banging their heads against the wall.
Yeah.
But now they got so they ban out the Bristle. That's a combo that Alliance has ran before, and they were formerly with the Complexity boys with Limp and Hanskin. They were doing like the Coddle Bristle dual lane off lanes with Jonas as well from Nip, the Wisp Bristles and stuff. So. And it's an in-your-face hero for the Drow Rangers, so interesting 2 bans there from Imperial, the Bristle and the PA, while Alliance, banning out Baby Knight's OD, which he's been playing a lot, even though he hasn't really been having the best success in the major qualifiers with
No.
it, but still, they don't want to play versus it. It's an annoying hero for sure.
Okay, so Alliance is taking it to their bonus time. Maybe they, or maybe Imperial kind of did ban out the heroes that they were planning to go for.
Yeah, what are the heroes left for Alliance? They've got the Loaded Jug, which they've kind of been staying away from, but I think it's been banned a lot of the times. They've still got the Naga Siren if they want to do that with the Coddle, which
They played the Gyrocopter yesterday as well.
They have been bringing back the Gyro.
Yeah.
They love their aggro tri-lanes as well, which was a solution that people were kind of looking at to the Drow Ranger for a bit. You just
Yeah.
kind of pressure him a lot, and you don't let him get his levels or his aura up.
Yeah, especially if you would have a Disruptor, but they go for a Rubik instead. So
Yep.
no Hanskin Disruptor.
Yep. But the EGM Rubik, now he can steal Bloodlust. Mwahaha. No, it's just it's a hero that we've been seeing
So
come
it's
back
actually
more.
very simple to steal. Yeah, that's great.
That's the only spell he's gonna cast the whole game, pretty
Yeah.
much. So
Most likely.
should be able to get it.
Okay, so Ruby Keeper of the Light supports. We got Jonas and Van on the Sand King, and that leaves our lowdown Limp hero. Tiny is good with the Coddle. The Limp likes to play. You kind of want heroes that go up in the face of Drow Ranger, though, right? Maybe Tiny is one of those.
Yeah, Tiny's not too bad, and it's like Limp's best hero, so don't see why they would stray away from what they've been doing so well with. And then they need just a hard low to carry. Limp usually, I don't know, every time I see Limp play Tiny, he actually goes godlike pretty much every single time. Imperial.
He is a beast.
They've got the big hero that I'm thinking of is, Warlock. I'm actually surprised it wasn't grabbed up. It's got like one of the highest win rate and pick rates in the Boston Qualifiers so far, but maybe it's not like the best with their heroes. It's okay though. It's just a strong hero in general.
Was it Baby Knight that played Warlock a few days ago?
He played it. Wasn't it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yeah, he got the Ags, then it looked like he was going for Refresher. That was the Centaur game.
That was the Centaur game, you're right.
That was the Centaur game that we actually casted. So.
Well, a Warlock with Centaur there. Without a Centaur there could still work. For mid. Especially with the Drow Ranger aura.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to do a core Warlock again. I think they're kind of like switching things up from going for that like mid-game tempo stuff to just playing for the late game. It seems like that's what a lot of these teams are doing. And they go for the Oracle, which there's not really anything specific for this Oracle pick, it seems. There's nothing like, no big save, but...
save from people that get lifted by Rubik is the only thing I can think of.
It's...
Oh, can you get rid of the Mana Leak?
You can purge the Mana Leak, and you can Fate's Edict whenever they're sanking epis, so you can pretty much eat the whole epi without just the magic damage immunity. And he benefits a lot from the Drow Aura in the laning phase, because he attacks so quick. He has such a good base attack time.
Yeah, and his base damage is the one that got nerfed, but with the Drow Ranger that fixes that.
Yep. Alliance picking up this Timber. Which
is Limp Timber?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's okay.
What do you make of that? Because I thought Drow Ranger was pretty good against that with the Gust.
Maybe they want to go for, it's Alliance, maybe they want to set up for some, like we were mentioning, the aggro dual tri-lane and put Jonas in a 1v1 matchup with the Timber Saw. Alright, with, Limp, just like forcing the pressure off him, because Timber does pretty well in most 1v1s as long as nobody else comes into his face. But Storm's a pretty good hero versus Timber in lane. And throughout most of the stages of the game, especially with the Drow Aura and Bloodlust. So, Imperial already changing it up, not going for that mid-game stuff. They're drafting a very, very hard scaling lineup with very little team fight so far, though.
Very little team fight.
Yeah. Alliance, however, is already going for a single core lineup versus a Drow Ranger and a Storm Spirit with Bloodlust.
And Alliance is the one to remove the Legion Commander. And we're looking for a Hesta Joe hero, right?
More than definitely actually. And what I think Alliance just banned LC like that like sparks Naga into my head, but I don't even know how good Naga is versus like Storm Spirit and stuff. But they do need a very hard carry. It's like what we said. Alliance has a single core lineup right now that doesn't. Right now they don't scale too well into the late game. BKB's hard counter all 4 of those heroes. But even Naga doesn't give you the physical aspect. Alliance just needs a physical damage dealer actually at this point.
Because for Imperial they have a fairly fast lineup in terms of peak timings. Is Alliance lineup enough to stop that, you think? Because wouldn't their core also need to be able to fight earlier on? Because it just feels otherwise that they're gonna be run over, and that Imperial should take the lanes because the Drow Ranger just makes them wins the lanes, and on top of that they got an Ogre Magi, which is a lane winner on itself. And then they should be able to win in the mid game before Alliance can even do anything at all.
And they scale super hard. Alliance has they at least have like decent mid game. I think it's up to just how the lanes get matched up. Because if Alliance does do well in their aggro, so that's actually maybe also why Imperial went for the Oracle, so they can have strong lanes. The Ogre, Oracle, Drow, that's a pretty strong, pretty lethal tri-lane. And Imperial now, they're going for hardcore. Like this lineup scales pretty indefinitely. Void, Drow, Storm Spirit, and that gives them a bit of team fight, which they were lacking. They don't really have any, I guess you could say, like big spellcaster, big combo with the Void, but he's just a safe, strong hero.
Yeah. And at the same time, perhaps, at I don't think Alliance would have gone for that anyway. Let's take a look at what Loda is going to play. We still have, in terms of heroes that he likes to play, still have Slardar in the pool.
Don't think
Still
that
have
scales.
Juggernaut in the pool. Still have Morphling in the pool.
What solves their issues?
Gyrocopter in the pool. What solves their issues? That is the infinite question.
I don't know, actually. I think they, like, I don't know. I think that they're kind of, like, locked into their gyro already for going for, like, an aggro, but they go for
You're right. They are going for the
Okay, so
Naga.
they went for the Naga instead, but I actually... they need it because they, like we said, they need a super hard carry, but I was kind of not liking it so much because they, like, look at their heroes. If anybody has a BKB, like, of course they're not going to go first item BKB on Drow or Storm Spirit, obviously, but once they hit, like, 1 or 2 items and then they get a BKB, Alliance's lineup is, like, full hard countered. And Naga Siren being able to split push is all dandy, but when there's a Storm Spirit who should be pretty farmed hunting you, that's the struggle. So this is going to be a little hard for Alliance. It's going to be really up to how well they do with their laning phase, how well, which I'm assuming is going to be an aggro.
Yeah.
They're going to put the Sand King versus the Void.
Wouldn't Alchemist have done a better job for Alliance?
In the safe lane,
Maybe, yeah.
I think that they would have their work cut out for them in the laning phase, because then there's, like, no one who really can. It's like, okay, Sand King, you're our playmaker. You got to do everything. That puts a lot of pressure on Jonas.
Okay.
This, I think that they're just like, okay, we have to get a hard carry. So they just, I feel like they were just, like, locked into getting one of these two, like the Naga. I mean, they like the gyro. I didn't really think it was too great, but we'll see how it ends up working out for them. I'm personally liking Imperials just because.
Where's the
Scales
predictions?
super hard. Last guy needs a pick before you can make them.
Oh. Damn it. Okay, well, while they're paused then, let's take a look who's playing what. Hanskin will play Rubik, Jonas will find Sand King, Limp will be on the Timber Saw, and EGM Cuddle and the Loda Naga Siren. I don't think anything of that is a surprise. Looking towards Imperial, the Danes rise on the Oracle. We have got Ace on the Drow Ranger, Hester Joe Rotten on the Faces Void, Noya on the Ogre Magi, and that will leave Baby Knight to play the Storm Spirit, but he hasn't picked it yet.
We are 5 minutes delayed, but just taking a look at what you guys are saying in chat, that would have been a pretty devastating Huskar pick if Imperial actually did it with the Oracle versus Alliance lineup, because, like we mentioned, Alliance is pretty much all magical, so that would have been like an auto-win Huskar pick. Probably.
That would have been really good.
Yeah.
Instead of the Faces Void, could they have done it?
They
Do
probably
off, like-
could've. Yeah, maybe instead of the Storm. I don't know. Maybe probably instead of the Void. But either way, they've got a different idea. So we'll see how this decides to play out. And I'm still assuming that Alliance is gonna go for the aggro pressure.
First Roshan kill.
Imperial all the way.
Player with the least deaths. Storm, Hester Joe, or Loda.
That one I'm not too sure about, actually.
Loda's not going to come
Probably-
in fights.
I'm not too sure, actually. That one's a little hard to tell.
There's a Hester Joe.
I'll do Hester Joe, sure. Why not?
Player with the most observer wards. Player who places the most observer wards by 15 minutes. Wait. Rise?
Rise or Noya, right? Yeah.
It would be Rise. He's carrying the wards. Noya's not carrying anything. Let's do Rise. Highest net worth by 25 minutes. Ace?
Yeah, I think Ace is a safe bet.
Okay.
Look, Loda might have highest net worth, but I don't know if it's gonna. If it's
25
gonna be
minutes.
them winning. Yeah, and that's 25. They may already be getting kind of crushed at that point. Yeah, sure. we'll go with
Towers
Ace.
taken into account. We'll see. So far both teams are not actually making a move in the jungle. They're just gonna try to get the rune, and hopefully they're both gonna try to get the same rune, which looks to be the bottom rune. Maybe.
Yep, both
What?
teams got out and put an early ward down too, so they both have a similar vision of the opposing jungles. Imperial gets one up on that high ground, and Alliance gets one on that middle where they get the scout. So it's pretty much the same ward, actually.
Yeah.
Just different jungles.
Let's see if Hester Joe's gonna get this rune.
Yep, they're dodging. They're assuming the aggro Alliance tri-lane, but I think Alliance now is gonna do normal. Jonas with the stun!
Jonas
But now his
gets
stun's
it.
on cooldown. He's gonna take a good amount of damage. He should be just fine though. Shouldn't die.
Drow Ranger aura is not there yet. Needs it. That's
and
a
now
shame.
they re-switched the lanes again. As soon as they saw the sinking bottom, they're like, all right, let's move the Drow back down here and throw the Void to the sack lane.
Yeah, he's making his way over. Okay, that will make us have a Storm Spirit versus Timbersaw lane mid. And you already mentioned that that is a pretty okay lane for Baby Knight Storm Spirit.
Yeah, it's not that bad for the Timber once he gets a couple levels of the armor, but with the Drow Aura, it just makes it a little bit Storm favored, I'd say, because the Storm can always just like spam and push the waves into the Timber, but Timber is such a hard hero like to actually just dominate in a lane. There's very few heroes that do it.
So in terms of this bottom lane, we got a Sand King with a Coddle on Alliance's side, and Imperial has got this tri lane. What do you feel this would happen here?
They're trying to at least cause some pressure from Alliance, but I don't really feel like them having EGM down here for too long is going to do too much. But he's going to at least blast the camp, get a CS. Be a little bit annoying, but as long as Imperial's smart about their pulls and spreading out their levels, it'll be good.
They swapped lanes.
Right away swap. Okay.
Naga Siren went to bottom lane. Sand King went to top lane. Naga has the Coddle, of course, still there, and it is the Rubik that is teleporting bottom to complete the aggressive tri lane.
Okay. All right.
Musical lanes. Who is the first one to give up moving is the question. Because if you see that, wouldn't Imperial just move away?
They've already almost got level 3 on the Drow Ranger, so they're going to have level 2 Aura, and I mean, he should be okay to just farm out here.
Oh.
I think that they should probably be trying to block that hard camp on the side of Imperial so that Alliance isn't able to pull it and spread their levels. But if not, they can just keep pushing the wave out and making sure that Alliance can't pull that.
Oh, Noya. They know he's there. There's no mana leak. There's level 1 on EGM. In comes the Fortune.
That's an ogre, though.
Well.
Like, you don't want to be hitting an ogre.
That's a very tanky ogre, and they might be able to get this kill. No, they won't. Lift is there. Actually lifts him towards EGM, but Noya can't really turn around, and it is the kill that goes to EGM as well with the right click of the Coddle.
Nice play there from Alliance.
Very nice. The question is just Imperial gonna change their lanes? Because
Yep, they changed it.
yeah, and he's moving top. That means STJ will probably make a rotation down bottom after harassing Jonas Fan and perhaps making Jonas Fan a little bit sad here. He can try to burrow strike away. He probably needs to.
The range on that level 1 burrow strike. He definitely tried clicking it a few times and it's not casting.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Gotta get out. I know there's a way.
And Void goes bottom lane now. So they just this is fine, just moving the lanes around. It's funny looking, but it's
Hey, you
what
do what you have to do. All for the greater good of getting that gold. Sand King has to go back to base because he can't really lane against a Drow Ranger, I think. Right?
What was that? I got distracted by Toby.
Wait a second. AGM might have been distracted by something as well as he ends up dropping here to the punches of Hester Joe.
Yep. So now this tri lane's pretty strong. They can't really go on the Void ever. It's only if the Oracle or the
Baby Knight.
Baby Knight.
He might get a return kill, but he's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't even get a return kill for that one. That's Hanskin rotating in.
Nice movement there.
Very nice. So how do you feel like a Drow Ranger does against Sand King? He's not... I mean... Okay, the rotation is complete though.
And the reswap.
The reswap is here. Naga Coddle is back on top. Ace is instantly teleporting
This is
bottom.
actually hilarious.
You know how I normally...
4 lane swaps in 4 minutes.
It's crazy. You know how I normally write down lanes in Dream League? Who's playing who's going where and stuff? This would be the nightmare.
Jonas in some deep trouble. He's dead.
Boom.
4 heroes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna teleport everybody over, you might as well wait until you get a kill before you teleport people out. Hester Joe actually doesn't have a teleport. He might have to walk back to base.
They're
He's
like, alright,
going
just suicide or something. I don't know. Yeah, he's got to walk back to base, but Ogre's going to make the rotation to get the XP at least from that off lane in the meantime.
Yeah. Naga Illusion still sitting there though. It's about to disappear, so it's fine. Well, they might have tried to make a rotation there. Nice dire scan knowing that Baby Knight's farming that camp. And the supports rotate to behind the Ogre Magi. This could be Noya in trouble.
At least Alliance is making like making moves. They're not static. They want to just be moving around a bunch. The supports are making plays. It's not like this boring game where it's like, alright, let's stack jungle farm. You know. At least we've got like the pressure. They're trying to actually do stuff. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's much better to watch than these static farm games.
Yeah, because we said that maybe Alliance has the more difficult lineup to execute in terms of just having the patience and having to work around Imperial, while Imperial wants to be the one to fight mid game. But they're doing a pretty good job. Oh, top lane. They want to try and go for something here. Lift up. Noya, you're in a lot of trouble. But Baby Knight comes in to try and maybe get some revenge here, as Loda is going to be the target for Baby Knight. The salve comes out, and it is enough.
Joe jumped in too.
Joe jumped in, and he is going to be going back again. They don't get a return kill. Loda lives due to the clutch save of the salve, and I think Baby Knight will be... Oh, I was going to say be okay, but Limp comes in.
He's out of mana.
Yeah, can he chase? There's a lot of trees around, so Limp is gonna get this kill.
Arcane Rune.
I think. Yep, there you go. Arcane Rune Timber is one of the worst nightmares.
Yeah, he just got a regen rune too, so he was full mana. But Baby Knight actually made a costly mistake there, dropping the Remnant. He ran out of mana, so I think he actually would have gotten the kill on Loda if he hadn't used that and just been jumping around.
Oh, that is Hester Joe in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have his time walk available, and he will try to make it out alive. Noya is following him. And they both live. They're so tanky.
That was close.
They're thinking about going back in. Everybody's so low on the side of Alliance. Okay, Hanskin's teleporting out. The rest is leaving as well. Yeah.
But Loda's moving so much. He's getting a little bit underfarmed in comparison to Ace, who is leading the net worth board.
Yeah, quite a bit as well.
Baby Knight died mid. Then they tried to make a nice bait play in the top lane when he made the rotation, and then he dies again right afterwards. So he's actually getting super pressured. His net worth is very low and not what you'd want to expect from your Storm Spirit mid lane with the Drow Aura.
Yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate. He will need some time to catch up, but he only just came back to lane. He already has to use 2 of his bottle charges, 3 of his bottle charges to be even close to a decent HP again. But perhaps this rotation will help them get a kill on the Timbersaw. Timbersaw is such a difficult hero to kill though, and they actually back off as well. They don't see him right now. And he pops a salve as well. Oh, hello. Bye, Ace. I think you're going to be dead soon. Illuminate coming through as well. There's a lift available on Handskin and a Timbersaw just in case. Buy something.
Aw. Could have bought his Ogre Club or his double Band of Elven skin there. Lost 170 gold, though. Not the biggest detriment.
But he would have lost less if he bought something.
Yep, exactly.
There you go.
Or nothing. He would have lost nothing, maybe.
So 4 people rotating for the kill on the Drow Ranger. That's worth it, surely.
Toby's just way too loud right now. What?
4 people rotating to kill the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, that's
worth it?
It's a little bit of an overcommitment, but he was the highest net worth hero, so it's okay.
It's okay. Drow's still on top of the net worth though, despite that. As Limp had to rotate as well, so he farmed really well when he was in lane, and then he went top and bottom. Sure, he got kills, but apparently that gives him less gold than just sticking mid and getting those creeps. As Drow Ranger kills off the Naga Siren in their push. What happened, Loda?
Void's not 6, right? That wasn't a chrono.
It was a chrono.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, how the hell did they get Naga? But yep, the chrono makes sense, and they get a tower out of it. That's a very big kill.
A lot of gold going the way of Ace as well.
Yep, secures tower last hit.
Uh-oh. There's 3 people around Hessa Joe. You might want to need time walk. That Sand King would have already run away if that was a problem there. Can you run away? Is there backup in time? The storm comes in. The Burrow Strike's still there, but the time walk should be in time. Epicenter, though, is still there, and he cannot time walk anymore. Storm cancelled his TP.
I felt like he could have actually just jumped toward the tower with the mana leak, because then they would have had to commit like under tower and everything, so it would have been a little bit more risky for Alliance. But yeah, either way, they actually have to commit the epicenter, and they did. So all right, that's okay. It's actually not so bad for the Void, as long as they don't lose the tower down there.
And the Drow Ranger is still alive. And you say as long as they don't lose the tower, well, there are still 2 people hitting the tower.
Yeah. I think they actually canceled the TP down there.
Yeah. The storm was about to teleport in, and then he cancelled it. Thinking, okay, well, Hester Joe, you're dead. You're on your own. It looks like the lanes have stabled up a bit. Mostly because the laning stage kind of is over. We have Ace just farming wherever he can, including the jungle right now. I think for Imperial, though, I think their Storm is going to be the one that is going to hold them back a bit in terms of tempo.
Yeah, for sure. But still, it's fairly even across the board here. Jonas should go down here. Nice little stun away.
Nice burrow strike, and he gets healed
Nice.
loads by Rise, so happy times. If only had one more Purifying Flames, that would have been a kill. He's almost full life again by the time he makes it back to base with this Tranquil Boost.
Oh, and he buys a lot of small items. He was actually fairly close to he was at like 1600, and he gets all these. He wants to just fight. He doesn't want to go for that blink. He just wants to run at people.
Or maybe he thought he was going to die. It's like, must buy.
Yeah.
But then he could have sold it as well in time properly.
Oh, that's a Lothar rush.
That
Or a Drow
is
Ranger instead of the Dragonlance. Interesting.
unusual. And something that maybe Alliance also is not expecting. Well, they would have seen the Drow Ranger by now, but something that they'll have to play around. Just an extra little thing that Imperial can use to be more aggressive, because they need to be aggressive.
Yep, he can get behind the lines of the towers and stuff. Maybe if he can expect where the Coddle's going to be when they're pressuring towers, he can be like the ganker, but usually that's not what your Drow Ranger does first. Usually we do see, like, I know we've been seeing a lot of the Lothar, but usually it's like the Dragonlance into the Lothar. So he's changing it up a little bit.
Well, smoking. Let's see where they can go. I'm not sure if they can even kill off the Sand King. He can just burrow strike away, and he also has a Rubik backing him up. There we go. Chrono helping him out. In comes the Rubik. That's a stolen Chrono by Hanskin. Gets the stun on the Oracle there with the Chronosphere. Well, at least he used it instantly.
He really wanted to try to save his buddy.
Still over 2-minute cooldown for it now, so he won't get it back again. Well, maybe they can get a tower off the back of it. There's 5 people waiting to see if someone comes.
Yep, Ace is playing in the back, waiting for the Coddle to maybe try to go for a blast, but Alliance seems to be wise enough to not make that decision.
As the Joe's showing up in mid lane defending that tower, as Ace comes in to take the last hit on the bottom one.
And Rise has placed the most wards so far, so we're doing good on that one, Sheever.
Nice,
Doing well.
nice.
Yeah, 4 wards by Rise.
Least deaths though.
Yeah, that's gonna be
As the Joe died a few times.
he did.
Once only though. Just have to have Rise feed a bit and Timbersaw feed a bit.
Oh, they actually want to try to get the deny and go for this fight, and I think Imperial's okay with just letting that get denied. It's whatever.
Tower is a tower. Oh, hello Sand King. Bye Sand King. So does the Imperial want to fight right now? Is that what their play is? With the Shadowblade before Dragonlance even? Surely you want to try and make something happen with that.
Yeah, at least try to pressure the towers. They're just going to wait for the next Chronosphere. I think they're just going to play around Chrono like every single time. But Loda's doing quite well for himself. Like, we actually haven't seen how much cash he's sitting on. Let's see. He's got the 1900. He went for the Bassi and the Iron Talon as well on top of the Arcane. So he's in a decent spot. Maybe he's missing like 500 from the ideal that you want to be, but that's probably from TPing around so much and dying once. Maybe
missing some last hit with all the moving that he did. Meantime, Ace though, he's having a fun time with all these towers. Another fortification comes out. They just got that back from denying the bottom tier 1 tower. This time, will they want to have it denied? They're going to go back in for it, and they do not want to have it denied. They get the last hit, and that means they back off, because that's all they want right now. Wow, as this Shadowblade is not really doing much just yet, but that's also because Alliance is playing very careful.
Yeah.
I see that as they smoke.
They have Alliance, or they have Houndskin with the Chrono still, so they have Chrono plus Timbersaw plus the Coddle Blast, who can also bring the Naga if they need to use the sleep to get away after they make a play. But I think this is exactly what Imperial needs to do too. They should be getting into the enemy jungle, putting wards down, keeping tabs on Loda at least, because they haven't even really looked for him too much after the first Chrono they got the kill on him.
Well, Loda is now bottom lane as well, so
yep. Now
Imperial's not going to find anybody in with their rotation.
So they should they should ideally have an entrance jungle ward into their jungle and a deep jungle ward in the enemy jungle, just so they can spot the movements from Alliance and to spot the movement mostly from Loda.
Alliance is just trying to give Loda space, give Loda farm. That's their entire play right now. And it's working out.
Yep.
For now, I say. The GM gets a little bit of a stun there in the face by Noya. Some ignite. But the Naga illusions coming out should warn Imperial that there's a lot of people around here.
I heard a shadow.
And they
blade
have a lot of
usage.
sentries as well, so if they stick around, they would see Ace rotating as well.
Yep.
If he would go to scout, which is the question. I don't know, it must be very frustrating for Imperial right now, because they want to try and get those fights, but they just... They only want to fight when they make the rotation, and they just don't find anything.
Yeah. Alliance is doing a good job of just not fighting. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what they want to do. It's a Naga lineup, you know. Just it's gonna be a little bit slow and boring, but that's the tempo that's the tempo of the drafts.
Yep,
We
that's what they
expected,
prefer.
maybe a little bit more from Imperial, but the way Alliance laned and kept swapping the lanes definitely worked out in their favor a bit.
Yeah, and even without the Radiance, these Naga illusions are already fairly annoying to deal with. Oh, Timbersaw with an arcane rune.
Yeah. And Limp's about to be getting up his Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Can they kill Hester Joe?
They need the Rubik and the Sand King.
They have the Sand King
Do
with
they
the
have
Blink Dagger.
Okay, cool. And they don't have the Chrono anymore, unfortunately. But that map hacking range creeps.
Oh, how did he know?
They always do that. It's actually unbelievable.
He just went into the...
They have the same vision, right? Like the range creeps. But I swear to God, the range creeps are always just like, oh, I know you're in there.
Well, in that little batch, he was indeed the first one to pull aggro. So the
Yep.
aggro range seems a bit higher.
Yep.
Even though the range creep wasn't in the front of the queue. You're right.
So here, Alliance shouldn't even be able to get a trade here, actually, because Ace takes out that top tower quite quickly, and yeah, they're getting a little bit of momentum for this side of Imperial, getting nice tower money up on that Storm Spirit, who definitely needs it after a couple struggles that he's had.
Oh, again Hester Joe.
Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna keep saying it, and apologies. It's just
Okay.
habit. I usually call Shadowblade Lothar. Just remember that it's the same item for you guys who didn't play Dota 1. Apologies.
Oh yeah. When I went into the Dota 1 lobbies, that was the question. How do you build Lothar?
Yeah. Old
That's
Lothar
as
was
a proof that you knew how to play Dota.
yeah. Oh, that's
Epicenter, that's...
he
We've
just
se-
Fate's Edict himself, like we mentioned in the draft. You can just Fate's Edict, and you don't even have to use False Promise.
Maybe that was the plan all along. Like, I'm gonna Epicenter him so that you can steal Fate's Edict, because he'll have to use it. Oh, can they get a Chronosphere off here? They don't need to. They don't need to whatsoever. That is a dead, dominating Rubik.
That's actually a pretty big mistake there from Jonas, to be honest. That's a huge waste of the Epicenter. That actually could be the... No, actually, never mind. I was going to say it could be the potential for them to try to go for a Roche, but no. Versus Naga Siren and Timbersaw, it's way too... And Coddle, it's way too difficult. But, yeah, small
But it's
little
still,
gains.
it's a big mistake.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, you should know that. You're going on an Oracle. You don't need to, if you're going to go for the Epi, he doesn't even need to use his ultimate. He just uses the Fate's Edict, and it's completely negated. And, speaking of Jonas making a few mistakes.
And they don't have the
should be okay.
section. Oh, but they are gonna chase him down. And they get the kill, but now Mana Leaked, stunned up. Can he get away? He has got some bottle charges available. Hanskin is on the chase as well. He's got himself the Static Remnant instead of the actual Zip, but with the Timbersaw there, they just can
Got
chase
Soul Ring
regardless.
Should
The
be
long
okay.
range is there. There's no tier 1 tower to TP to get him any help. Baby Knight is going to try to juke this. He's actually going to be okay. In the meantime, in the back of the fight, the supports came and killed Hanskin again. I say support. Sorry, Hester Joe. You're not a support. But
Yeah, and it's nice that Hester Joe's actually farming too. Like he's not this, Vlad's or this like Blink Dagger and then no other items. He went for the Diffusal, so he's gonna scale pretty hard. So he can remove the Mana Leak off himself. I think that's actually the only one.
if he wants to remove Caustic Finale, he can.
Yes, can.
He can.
Oh no, Limp! Oh, his fresh
suicide.
Bloodstone. He gets a suicide off, but
Yeah. 8 charges left.
Diffusal's just it's a really nice damage item. Gives you tons of agility. It gives you the mana burn as well, which is obnoxious. But yeah, he can purge off a couple of I think you can purge off Ensnare too, right? That's always one of the ones that I'm confused about. I think you can.
I want to say yes,
I'm-
but
I'm-
you may be confused there too. But I think yes, he can.
80% sure.
Why would he use his ultimate there? What's he gonna do?
Just blast.
Just blast. Well, that was a tier 2 tower down again. There's one left on the side of Alliance.
So Lotus should have that Radiance online now, right? I believe I saw him pick it up.
Relic
he
at
just bought
least,
it.
and the courier is on the way, yeah.
So 20 minutes with the Arcane Boots, Iron Talon, PMS. Like what, 1 or 2 minutes delayed because of all the moving around and the one death he had, but still, decent timing for Loda.
Very decent. It's just a question if the game is gonna last long enough for him to become the Naga Siren that Alliance wants him to be. And it's a question for Imperial if they can continue with applying some more pressure. They're not really applying that much pressure. I feel like they're not really stopping Loda from farming or even lessening his farm territory at all.
Baby Knight, what the heck? Do you see his items? He's got the Arcane Boots and the Bloodstone. What the hell?
He wants mana. Mana leak, dude.
Why has he got Arcane Boots, though?
Because mana leak, maybe. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I guess maybe he'll go for a... you definitely won't go for a Lotus. I don't know. Usually you see the people disassemble the Arcane Boots into the Bloodstone every time, and then you go for either the Treads.
Is there any chance
I don't know.
he go for Ether Lens?
No. I don't think Aether Lens. The only one was, what? Does Lotus Orbs? Yeah, Lotus Orb, right, still requires that. So, I don't know, but that'd be really bizarre. Whatever, like, he just maybe wants a little bit more mana. It's you miss out on some attack speed and stuff for, like, solo kills and everything, but it's not the biggest deal, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, 1800 gold, Chronosphere coming out, and the Sand King. Where's the backup? They have the Drow Ranger there, but Drow Ranger, there's a lot of people behind. The sleep comes out. Sand King is already dead. Illuminate, gonna hit on both. In comes the Timbersaw as well. If they can kill Ace, that would be amazing. He doesn't have a Gust available, and he will get netted and killed. Has to Joe, no net available for him anymore, but they didn't come for him anyway. They just wanted Ace, and they got him. He barely lost any gold, though. Good kill.
Yeah, definitely a good kill. Using the Lothar to get to the Sand King faster actually ended up killing him. I think he would have made it anyway with the Chronosphere. He could have just walked and gusted, but I think he wanted the bonus damage, so I think that actually inevitably killed him, but they may have had detection anyway. But Baby Knight with the big jump, Picnic gets a nice easy pickup on the Rubik, putting a little bit of pressure on Limp, but they shouldn't be able to kill him here. Rise!
Oh.
Whoa, you're deep.
Oh,
You're dead, my friend.
Why did he make that little thing with
That was
you?
a little, I think he was trying to double nuke EGM, but
well,
yeah,
that did.
that
Oh, he still got one off. Congratulations.
that was
But yeah, the false promise was indeed false. Fan has got the blink available on the epicenter as well, so he might just try something there. He goes for the blink dagger first, goes for the Faces Void, who gets picked off, and Alliance, they're just getting kills all over. Now Ace shows up as well. There's already a Sentry Ward, so the Invis doesn't really do that much. They get some damage up on Limb, but that's about it.
Yeah, a couple mistakes from Imperial there, being a little bit cocky, I'd say. But Ace does finish up his Aghanim Scepter on the Drow Ranger, so looking pretty good for him. And yeah, looking like a fairly even game.
Yep, net worth is still in favor of Imperial, but
yeah,
that's partly due to all the towers going down.
Yeah, it's even in the fact that they like there's a Naga, you know.
Their game plans are both doing okay-ish.
Yeah.
I would say actually Alliance may be doing a little bit better in that regard. Wouldn't Imperial want to be further ahead right now based on their lineup?
Probably a little bit further ahead, but they, as we mentioned in the draft, like Alliance's lineup gets literally completely countered by BKBs, and that's Imperial's just building up items. They have the Bloodlust, which scales indefinitely. They have a Tricore, and once they get those BKBs online later on in the game, it's going to be really hard for Alliance to really do anything. So they're just I feel like they can be a little bit calmer instead of making all these like risky dives and plays. They can just be like, all right, guys, let's just stack Ancients. Let's let Alliance try to come to us because we've got the Oracle save anyway. If we do want to be making, like, have one guy farming in a position that's a little crazy, the Oracle can just sit behind him, and there's, like, no way Alliance can kill him. So, even they hear me, and they are like, nope, we're aggressive. We have Chrono up. That's fine. With Chrono, they can make some aggressive plays. That's just
well, we can see where they're going, and they're not actually going to find anybody.
Yeah. Dyer uses the scan near the Roshan pit, trying to see if that's what's going on. Ace.
Nobody there. There's a Rubik hiding in the trees, but that's about it. Woohoo! Nothing went correct.
Yay!
We're doing it. Yeah, Roshan's still not dead actually.
Yep.
Oh, well, Alliance is fine. They're farming. I think one of the downsides of having the Naga Siren farm that the rest normally wouldn't get that much, but I kind of feel like that's not the case this game because they have so much map control. And now
Yep.
they are the ones to smoke up.
Let's see if they can get a play up. But I don't think they should. They do have vision here of Ace. Where's the Oracle? He's
Yeah.
actually very far. Okay,
Oh.
they go on Noya instead. So Ace got on the high ground. They should be able to get a nice free kill on Noya here.
Well,
But
you get saved by the Oracle for
speaking
the
of
moment.
that,
Nice
three-man chrono.
Chronosphere. 3 in there. In comes Baby Knight as well with the Vortex on the Naga Siren. There is a song available. Can Loa get it up in time? Yes, he can.
Thank God, because he has the gem. If he dies there,
Ooh.
that would have been really crappy. Baby Knight, though,
Oh,
going for the chase anyway.
onto Loda. Is there a Vortex available? 5 seconds for that one. In the meantime, Loda is still fine by the looks of it. Jonas not so much, though. This is where those mana boots come into play. They really want Loda, but they're not going to get him. He's too fast.
Ace is chasing. but
It's
that's
too
not gonna-
fast.
Oh my goodness, that was very scary for Alliance. Very nice Chronos here from Hesta Joe.
Very pretty one, yeah. Getting 3 in there, including the Naga Siren. Perhaps they shouldn't have gone for the Coddle first in the Chrono. That's the one that they killed first. Maybe go for Loda first, but
Yeah, and like we mentioned it multiple times, Alliance's lineup is almost all magical. Sure, they have some pure from Limp and stuff with
Yeah.
the Whirling Death and his Chakram, but Oracle just uses Fate's Edict, his ultimate, and the Ogre, I don't think Ogre even died, right?
no, he didn't.
Yeah, so he just takes literally no damage. Everything is negated from those abilities.
He was fine. Okay. Hester Joe Rotten. Sitting on intellect threads.
Yep, the lads finished up.
Oh,
What else?
I just heard Owen compliment my camera control.
Did he?
Yeah,
Was he flaming or was he
No,
actually
he was nice.
complimenting? Oh, nice.
she's actually doing pretty okay.
Nice. I guess that's a compliment.
Somewhat. Like, he was probably expecting me not to do okay.
Yeah,
That's what
Owen.
it sounds like.
You hear that, Owen?
That's not nice. Okay. So, Alliance. Again, on the aggressive, or at least in terms of sitting all in the enemy jungle, but that's also what Imperial is doing.
Yeah, Imperial can now pick up a gem of their own. And Baby Knight's actually on decent timing. He's maybe a little bit gold behind, but he's got ideally as a Storm Spirit, you want that like 3-item timing by 30 minutes. So you want your Orchid, your Bloodstone, a couple charges, and like your BKB coming online quite soon.
Yeah, maybe Imperial, well, they're gonna go for the last tower. It feels like they're farming a lot less than what Alliance is. Am I right in saying that, you think?
Yeah, they push the waves out incredibly fast though with Storm and Drow. With
Yeah.
Aghanim's Maelstrom, he like 3 shots the creep wave, and Storm Spirit clears the creep wave instantly. But bottom wave is pushing in pretty heavily, so Alliance has a lot of information from that, as well as the wards that they have down. And Imperial doing smart things versus the gem on the Naga. They are putting high ground wards instead of putting any low ground wards, so they don't lose any of those. And now Baby Knight's got the gem.
So it's good. Well, so far, Alliance again inside that radiant jungle. And maybe they can find someone. They're gonna try it at least. They're gonna try to go on the Drow Ranger. She does have backup, and the Shadow. There's no detection. There's Chronosphere up on 3 again, but Jonas Fan doesn't in there. He gets the burst strike, and Ace dies.
Oh, and they get Loda
They
just got
get
brought
Loda,
into
though.
his death by EGM.
Oh my god.
They get Ace at least, but oh no, EGM.
He actually blinded. He actually called him with a recall inside the Chronosphere.
Yeah, he pulled him in as Hesta Joe jumps in and gets a it's
Oh
like a perfect
my
chrono,
god.
but that's the gem from Alliance taken out. They get Ace, but that is not value.
I think Ace is pretty happy dying for that.
Oh my god. EGM, we need to talk.
Getting the gem as well is actually pretty huge.
Yeah, that's very big because they just bought one of their own. Now they have that one as well. Nice little pickoffs. Ogre gets his level 11 now, so he's doing very well. And Jonas is only level 13 on a core Sand King. His net worth is not really that great looking either. He's having a bit of a rough game.
Naga Cyber would have had buyback, but while being dead,
Oh my god, Baby Knight.
just
Does he have a
bought the
regen rune?
recipe.
What the hell is he doing?
Dying. Losing his gem. Giving one away. No, teleporting out.
Alright.
He
He's okay.
is A-okay.
Baby Knight wants to just give me a heart attack.
Well, Loda doesn't want to get broad places anymore by EGM, so buys his own boots of travel. Solid. As, Mana Leak still hits on a creep, I think. He did cast it, yeah. Maybe he gets it off. Maybe he purged it off!
Ooh.
Yes! The Fusion Blade. I said it that way because someone in the chat said it that way.
Diffusal.
Diffusal. Diffusal. Okay, so Imperial. You're saying they're okay with being patient.
Yeah, they've got a Tricore versus a single core Naga. Tricore with Bloodlust,
But Naga Loda.
but they got a Storm Spirit. Like, Storm Spirit's super good versus the Universe Naga later on.
But Naga Loda.
But Naga Loda!
But Alliance. Alliance late game.
Yeah, it's... If they had another... Oh, he actually completes the... Okay, interesting. He completes the Bloodthorn instead of going for a BKB. So he feels like he's not going to die anyway, which... You know, that's a preference. It removes the evasion from the... No, Radiance is an aura effect, so I don't think it actually
Oh,
removes
bye.
it. But still, makes them crit, get the instant crits, or the... You know, everybody crits, the mini crits on the target, that is.
Mm-hmm. And that is very nice for the draw as well.
Yeah.
So where do you go for from here on the Draw Ranger? Is it Manta style to get those split pushes going? Manta style boot to travel?
He could do that, but maybe he wants to just... I think he can go for pretty much anything, honestly. I think Butterfly's a good option, because they, like we mentioned, they have no physical damage. If he gets that, like, Butterfly BKB, he's pretty set. Butterfly BKB Mjolnir, because he has the Maelstrom anyway. Probably has to get rid of something eventually, though. So he does buy the BKB on the Drow. He's no risk. I think that's the best play that he could do.
Well, he still's gonna be the one to teleport back all the time. He doesn't actually have a teleport scroll anymore now. Or I have space for it.
Jonas
Hello!
in a position. All by himself, though.
Yeah.
Let's see if the range creep spots him this time. No, he's a little bit further down. Go, range creep, go.
Outside of the range.
Yeah.
Okay, he's teleporting out. He's going actually to the place where I should have been as well, where Storm gets a kill on the Rubik, and then everybody backs up.
He jumped pretty far for that one. They have some deep wards now on the side of Imperial since the gem was taken.
Oh.
They don't have vision.
Talking about diving or jumping deep, that was Hester Joe, but the song is used to stop that.
That's a fresh level 16 song too, so it's only 60-second cooldown.
Yep.
But Hester Joe now has that blink dagger, so they have long range of initiation, and now this is the go for the Roshan. There's no sleep.
First team to get Roshan Imperial. We're right.
You're right. Yep.
Yay!
Expected.
Unless someone comes to snipe it, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. They're gonna be too late with that. Woo!
All four correct.
No,
Look
we're
at-
still having one, right?
All four correct.
There we go.
Yeah,
Least
no, we're all
deaths.
correct.
No, least
Oh
deaths.
no, least deaths. Crap, I forgot. Yeah.
Hester Joe
Oh,
still
jump.
died twice.
Jump onto limp.
What? That's, oh my god, that's a really long jump. It might be enough. No, it is not yet. But he keeps jumping forward to blink away, gets himself to the other side of the ground, and TP's out. The bottle charges will
You
make sure
okay?
that he is going to be okay. That's an illusion, guys.
So now that he has the Yule Scepter as well, Hester Joe can actually purge that off too. So that's another little use that he can get from it. But overall, it's a solid item.
Yeah.
Upgrading it up too. So now he's got the 7 new fresh charges.
What's this?
Are they gonna go for this? Jonas is getting in position. They could probably burst him down with a Coddle Blast on top of an Epi Stun.
Let's see it.
Is he gonna step up for another wave? Nope. Hester Joe.
Oh, Jonas and Fan needed Hester Joe to go for another wave. But Hester Joe went for it to join his team. Even Coddle is just... Come on, guys. Oh well, whatever. Enjoy your time in the trees. Ace in the meantime on the bottom lane. Bottom lane is all the way pushed out. That's going to be one of the more annoying things to deal with. All the illusions the whole time. Because it's not just the mirror image, it's also the Manta style. Courier. Run! Run! You have the speed boost! Woo! He's fine.
And
Didn't
he's
buy anything though, but... Oh, hello! Storm decided that he would get some revenge there for harassing the courier. He gets a kill on the Coddle, but Sandking teleported out just in case. In the meantime, in the mid lane, there is a Chronosphere, and that is a stunned up, very sad Timbersaw. And he is so sad that he killed himself.
I think he's done that every single time since he's gotten the Bloodstone. I don't feel like we've been seeing him actually gain Bloodstone charges.
He's
Maybe
now got
very
8 charges
very
left.
slowly.
Esther Joe jumps in. Hanskin gets himself the time lock, already used it though, so... Oh well. Imperial, they're all sitting here, and they're all ready to fight. And I know Baby Knight is. He can't wait to jump someone else. 20 Bloodstone charges. He's doing quite well for himself. As soon as he sees Hanskin, he might try to jump in because he can.
Yeah, he recovered super well, honestly. All the towers giving him that little bit of money really helped.
Blinding Light trying to help out. Burrow Strike actually hits up on the Storm. Here comes the Song as well. Who do they want to go for? Is it Drow Ranger?
He doesn't have the BKB up.
Jonas Fan going
no
for the
stun ready
epicenter. Where is that Oracle? Can he help save? Yes, he can! It is Drow Ranger that doesn't take any magical damage. Congratulations. In the meantime, Baby Knife jumps forward. Gets Burrow Strike still as Jonas Fan has to escape there. In the meantime, the rest of the fight is happening right here. It is the Drow Ranger that still ends up going down, and the Oracle ends up dying with him. The rest of Alliance chasing down Hester Joe. Hester Joe jumping away. Doesn't have a time lock available for another 2 seconds and will not be able to use it.
Nice.
He dies.
Nice sleep there by Loda for that setup. Ace ended up taking a little bit too much damage, even though he did have the magic immunity and everything from the Oracle for a little bit. It would just prove to be just a bit too much damage, and the Storm actually didn't even blow his Aegis, so he was a little bit afraid of dying twice. But now let's see if he goes for a little bit of a nice little solo play. He might be able to get a kill off or 2.
He saw him. Silent stop.
Up, though, for the Timber.
Yeah, let's see.
See if
There's
he's
no
able to get
Vortex available anymore, but there's a lot of mana for Chase. Oh, or for Burrow Strikes, or for Escapes. That's the Aegis gone. He did not realize that he would be spinning into the Rubik. And he makes a long zip.
Oh my god, yeah, he just got the hell out of there. How much? That was probably a pretty good, efficient use of the Aegis, though, right? Because I think it was going to be getting reclaimed quite soon anyway. So that's just fine. And it looks like he picks up another item, which I believe will be the Lincoln Sphere. On the Storm Spirit, that is. Yep.
Yeah, it is complete. The Maelstrom is now also complete. Mjolnir rather complete on Ace. And I think we're going to be wrong with our last prediction because Hester Joe died again. That fight.
Yes, he did. That's okay. 3 out of 4 is not bad.
Is that Nags? No. Wait.
EGM is quite broke this game. He's been buying majority of the wards, but Dire uses scan, checking out if anyone's setting up, since they did see a couple Heroes of Alliance pushing there. So Alliance does the scan, but Imperial's just pushing out lanes.
This is what Imperial wants, though, right? They want Alliance to try and fight them, because they want to fight.
Yep, Imperial just they just like we mentioned, they have a tri-core lineup. They definitely don't want to fight versus a super farmed Naga anyway, so they probably want to be ready to fight with their BKBs and their Chronosphere whenever it's up. But keeping the lanes pushed out is just fine. It's just a tier 2 if they lose that top one, which at this point is whatever.
Yeah, it's all good. They take the tier 1 on Alliance, or tier 2 rather, and they teleport back mid. Even though there's no creep wave on the entire lane. On both sides. Let's see if they can make something happen. They really want someone to come in range of this ward right here. Maybe Loda. That's the real one.
His Manta's on cooldown as well.
Yeah, they know where he is. They
chrono
chrono him
too.
on the far end. And there's the damage coming out. And the Naga Siren cannot get the song off, or can he? No, he cannot. Illuminate, still doing a lot of damage there. Hester Joe. Gotta be backing out there. Jonas Fan doesn't have a Burrow Strike available anymore, and his Blink is... Blink and Force Staff was not available either. So there's 2 extra dead. There is 1 buyback available on the Naga Siren.
The lightning procs with the bloodlust, plus the Vladzor and everything. They're
Yeah.
dishing out so much damage inside of that Chronosphere.
And there
There's
is
the
the
buyback.
buyback. Forced out. Are they gonna go again with the buyback done? Nah, they back off. The buyback is what they wanted. With the song still available as well, they don't want to have the same result as previous fights, so they back off. They go back to farming, and hopefully for them, maybe someone comes forward. They still see that with that ward.
That's the lovely thing about playing a Void versus a single core. He's just like, all I need to do is Chrono Loda now
Yep.
at this point, and that's what he's going to be doing pretty much at all of these stages. Of course, he wants to get more, but his real job is just getting Loda and isolating him.
Yeah, at the moment, they just want to push out the other lanes first. Loda wants to do the same thing, pushing forward on the top lane. Although he got
What
brought
is
back.
Loda picking up? Okay, so he was at 5.5k. He died. He bought back, and now he's sitting still at 4.3k. So
Pretty decent.
he's just, I'm not sure what he's saving for. He's gonna either go for the butterfly or like the heart, I guess. But he's saving up a lot of money. Ace is now 6 slotted, kind of. He can still finish the Silver Edge as well.
Travels.
What am I? Silver Edge? What the hell? The hell am I saying? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't know what I'm even saying right now.
Was it not Lothar's Edge?
Yeah.
So now it's like Silver's Edge.
I'm just confusing myself. Oh, yep. Sorry, I was talking away from the mic a bit. Yeah, sorry guys, my bad.
So good, Imperial. Still with the pressure on mid lane. They smoke up behind the wave as well. That is an illusion, and they know that. They're just waiting for someone, anyone, to come out of the base. This is a nice one. Goes for the silence straight away. First off, he wanted to go up the high ground. He can't get that done. The Vortex is used, instantly used as well. In comes a Chrono. It's on Laga Siren. Loda trying to stay alive.
He's
but
got no buyback.
he's got nothing. EGM's got nothing either. Limp is just stunned up and trying to do whatever he can. In the meantime, everybody else is dying around him, including EGM on his Rubik, who buys back instantly. Now he jumps back in. Limp really wants to get that support. It's not going to get it this time. Oh, Rubik, you're dead again. That's a dieback, and that's Limp down as well. No buybacks available, and that is a GG. Well played, Imperial. They're doing it, and they get the win.
Loda died with 5k gold too, so he couldn't even like go buy anything. He wasn't sure what to get, but yeah, just Imperial overall. I think just stronger draft in general. They weren't under really any like big pressure in this game. It was just like them. They had bloodlust with the triple core versus a single core Naga. So I think that it was just like Imperial's game to kind of lose. So
Well, that was Imperial's second win.
Imperial's second win, yes.
And a
And
game that Alliance, I don't think Alliance could afford to lose against them.
I don't
we'll
think that
see.
they could either. That puts them at 3-3 though, I believe, for Alliance. So they're still okay, but losing to Imperial is that's a win that they definitely needed because that's the team that's at the bottom right now.
The
So
next one.
what's the next one?
You don't know?
No, what is it? Secret
It
what?
is Escape Gaming versus Team Secret.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty hype.
That's going to be very hype, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Dota 2.